Hello everybody, this is Stonewall, and we are back with some Borderlands 2. So this time I actually did make a list, so hopefully we'll stay on track a little bit better. But what I wanted to do is give some tips, mainly for newer players, and this is kind of in preparation for Borderlands 3. So if you're interested in the franchise or anything like that, this might be a video that'll help you out a little bit. Some of it may be more specific to this game, but most should apply to others as well. So first off, what I would recommend, and this is not something you have to do, I'd kind of recommend learning one character at a time, because what happens is each one is a little bit nuanced and each one plays differently. Some of them you can take more risks with, others you have to play a little bit more cautiously, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'd recommend learning one character at a time. In this game, after they added 2 for, I guess, DLC, there are now 6 playable characters in Borderlands 2. So you can easily get mixed up in trying to learn multiple at the same time. I'd recommend just doing your playthroughs with one, and then maybe learn another one after you're comfortable with that one. So next, learn critical spots. So this is when you're fighting enemies, shooting for the crit spots is very, very important. Will make your life so much easier. For most bandit type enemies, headshots work, but that's kind of just a general rule. And I won't go over all of the crit spots, but one thing I will say is in Borderlands 2, you can use Zero, the assassin character. If you have spec'd into his bore skill, it will show the crit spots on the enemies, which would be very useful, especially if you're just now learning the game or something like that. Now I will say Zero is more of the glass cannon type character. He doesn't have a lot in the way of health regen and things keeping him alive, so that makes him a little bit more difficult to play, but definitely useful to learn crit spots. Next, learn to snipe. Snipers are awesome in this game. Assault rifles are actually some of the weakest weapons in the game, so they're not really that useful compared to snipers, SMGs. Some of the pistols are some of the most overpowered weapons in the game, such as the Unkempt Herald, specifically double penetrating, but we'll get into that at some other time. Next is look up build guides. So with the way the trees work in here, basically a tech tree kind of thing, or skill tree, there are so many different ways you can build these characters out, and again, I haven't really done much looking for this guy. I probably should. I've just kind of see, I want to try to get to this skill or that skill, and just been going for it. And at first, that's great. Once you hit like Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, that sort of thing, your build becomes much more important to your success. So definitely at some point look up build guides. For the first several levels you won't have many options. It'll just be this top row, and you do whatever you're struggling with. So if you're dying a lot, then this shield capacity, maximum health, that sort of thing might be what you need to do. And this is just for this character. All of them are going to be a little bit different. If you're used to running around shooting, constantly moving, then maybe you want this one. Increase weapon swap speed, aim speed, and movement speed while aiming. So definitely nice for mobility and that sort of thing. Gun damage. So reload speed is also very nice. And that increases the shots on your saber turret. But yeah, look into guides. The first couple levels, don't worry too much about it, but once you get level, about halfway through the first playthrough, you might look and say, okay, what skills do I want to try to get to? The nice thing is it does cost a little bit, but anywhere you find one of these new you stations, you can of course change any customization stuff. So heads, skins, which is just color mainly, the name of your character. But down here, and you see the fee for me is $20,000, and at this point I don't have a problem with that. But you can reset your skill points and put them wherever you want to. You get to Sanctuary pretty early on in the playthrough, and you can do that at any time you want to. I wouldn't recommend doing it in the first 5 or 10 levels, but once you get past that, you can do that at any time. Next, play side quests. So if you look up in the mini map in the top right corner, and actually I can pull it up a little bit bigger here, all of these little exclamation marks are side quests, or places where you can get side quests. So any boards like this, there's one there. Most of the NPCs, well, most of the main NPCs, aside from like the Sanctuary citizens, will give side quests all throughout your playthrough. Some of them are very, very nice to have active. Some of them are very rewarding, and one of the side quests given by Lilith, almost immediately after you find her, that series of side quests, I think it's a 3-part mission, gives you a legendary. It's guaranteed. It's a side quest mission reward. So side quests have a lot of times better rewards than the main quest line, and you can easily spend a lot of time just on side quests. There's several hundred between the main campaign and the DLCs. There's definitely over 100, maybe over 200 side quests in the game. They're also some of the funniest parts of the game. And my last little tip here before I go is spend your Iridium. So you'll find these purple blocks all over the place, and in the bottom of this menu you see the little purple E and 24. I've got 24 pieces of Iridium, and Crazy Earl's shop is very, very nice. So if you find yourself running out of ammo as you play, which you probably will, then you can spend Iridium to increase how much ammo you carry. Also, you can increase your backpack. So I've done several upgrades for it, and so I'm up to a capacity of 30, which is really nice. The last upgrade cost 50 Iridium. The next one's 100, so that'll be a little bit before I earn that. But some of these assault rifle, basically all of the ammo types you can upgrade right there. So I would definitely recommend doing that. And pretty much anytime I come back to Sanctuary after a mission, I'll check and see if I've got enough to buy an upgrade. An okay source for it, I think some people will sit here and do this for a long time, especially if you manage to earn a bunch of credits, is you can come over here and hit these machines. They can give Iridium, generally not a ton. Most of the time it's like this, white or green rarity weapons. You gotta be careful, it will drop a grenade on you if you get the wrong ones. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. I just want to keep it kind of simple to begin with. I might get more in depth later on. There's a lot that I need to learn about the game. I have not done a playthrough with every single character yet, which is kind of crazy. I spent a lot of time on my first playthrough with Zero, which I really enjoyed. But yeah, I've got a lot to learn, and hopefully we can all learn at the same time. So anyways, if there's anything you'd like to share in the comment section, feel free, whether it's tips, tricks, things I missed, things I said that were wrong. Make sure I'm saying everything correctly. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully you'll try out Borderlands at some point. Now, I will say, just kind of a disclaimer, this game earns its mature rating. With the amount of violence, language, references, that sort of stuff, it does earn that mature rating. So, definitely not recommended for kids. And actually, whenever there's kids around the house, I don't play this game. I don't let them watch me play it. But anyways, just kind of figure I'd give that disclaimer here at the end. But if there's anything else you'd like to see me do, let me know. Any subject you want me to cover with Borderlands or anything else, let me know. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it was helpful in some way. And I'll see you in another video.